Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's about to get real.
You're already living up to our expectations.
Okay.
So my question is, where's my retweet?
I'm sorry. Where's my retweet?
Hard pressing questions of the day.
The criteria to get in this room. You have to constantly swing for the fences because you can't rely on future installments, as you say. You know, with this project, you know, you always put your best foot forward, but finding the secret sauce, that magic ingredient that enables it to be not just successful, but globally successful, is very elusive. Major motion picture studios spend hundreds of millions of dollars in hopes that they're able to accomplish what we did on a fraction of the budgets that they spend. So with the success of Sharknado, there was such an outpouring of was it an outpouring? You know, there was such a huge demand for Sharknado 2 that they picked up Sharknado 2 pretty quickly. And I don't think that was a surprise to anyone. I mean, it was so successful. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we brought Sharknado 2 to market. Enough said. And the anticipation for that movie had a year to grow, to build. Ultimately, when Sci-Fi aired Sharknado 2, it delivered, and it delivered in a big way.
So by Sharknado 5, the shotgun is inevitably going to become a body part.
It's going to be like 5 foot tall.
So if that happens, would you prefer it to be on your leg or on your arm?
Oh, if I had to pick a body part for the gun?
Yep.
Probably the arm. Probably aim a little better, have my balance, you know, be a little bit more balanced. My arm. Such a strange, very interesting question. Yeah, if I could pick a body part for it to be a gun,
that's the thing for these movies, you know. Now
the
female lead has to have a shotgun arm or shotgun leg.
You're right, and April actually, you know, she uses that prosthetic
exactly.
hand, so you're onto something here.
So is it really easy to pick up chicks at amusement park, or what's the game?
They make it look easy.
Yeah, it just happens really easily. Chad is meant, his whole character is set up to be like this kind of player guy. And this guy who definitely knows his way around.
And my friend
chicks.
is kind of like the player girl too.
Yeah, and
they're eyeing each other.
They're eyeing each other,
We
and
just
they
end
move
up
off together, and it kind of leaves us alone to be like, sup. So that's kind of how we get together.
It was hard too filming because like I'm trying to use these guns, these fake guns,
and she has
I have no idea what I'm doing, and he totally knows what he's doing. You know, he's done nerd for airsoft or whatever he's done before, so he has to look like what am I doing? And I'm supposed to look like the badass, and I have no idea. So I'm trying to look better than him, but he looks so good.
Tell you how to hold the gun.
So I was like, just look bad, look like you don't know what you're doing, so I look better. It was interesting.
But I like to say that Nova is a badass to start off. She is in this movie she's a little edgier. She's very angry. In the first movie, you know, I think that she came off kind of as this like tomboy, very independent woman. But in this movie, I feel like she's even more, you know, she's darker. She's more angry than ever. She's really kind of scientifically broken down these Sharknadoes with Agent Cody Banks, as I like to say, Frankie Muniz, who's going to be playing a character in Sharknado 3. Is going to be playing Lucas, and I think she's more ready than ever this time around. She's really done her research, and she has created a new slew of weaponry, which is very interesting. She's a little terrifying, actually, to be honest. I wouldn't want to mess with her in real life.
Side of things.
So how would you compare this shoot to shooting in New York in the last movie?
I think everything is different. I think the cool part about these movies are that every location adds to sort of the energy of the movie. You know, the LA has its certain charms, but New York was this really cool magical city. And this one, you know, we're shooting a lot at the Universal Park, so it's a lot more colorful and vibrant. And you know, you're getting to go, oh, what can we do with this roller coaster? What can we do with this ride? And so it's different, but it's fun because I think it's the only way to keep these things interesting. If we were shooting each Sharknado in Los Angeles, we would get completely bored. It's like, well, what else can we do? Oh, let's just go down to the 6th Street Pier, or, you know, the bridge, and do that. Let's go down the San Joaquin Pier again. You know, it doesn't allow yourself to create a sequence. I think one of the charms of it is give us a location and we'll figure out something to do with it. And in New York, it's like, oh, we got Statue of Liberty, and we got to shoot in Times Square, and here it's like, can we do this roller coaster? Can we do this? And Universal Orlando has just been very welcoming to us. I came and scouted back in November, and we were walking around, and I'm like, oh, cool, we could have sharks doing that, or we can do this, and they were just very gracious when we finally settled on coming here, and that gave us a lot of stuff to do.
Hey, is that how you think now every time you go somewhere?
I think so. I've purposely stopped myself now. I'm like, everybody goes, what about number 4? I'm like, I'm not thinking about it right now. We're focused on this one, because it always starts off like we're like in the middle of post-production on both movies, and it's like, wouldn't it be cool if sharks did this? And I'm like, no, stop, no more. And then, of course, a lot of that stuff ends up being the next movie. I mean, the idea for the very opening of this movie came from a joke. We were joking around, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we did this with sharks? And then it's like, oh no. We just came up with the beginning of the movie. So it's neat.